morning. It's so funny, I think my kid watches gamers, and I just wanted to say top of the morning to you, like Jacksepticeye. But I'm not in Ireland. I'm in Canada. So good morning from northern Canada. Have a good day, I wanted to do a reading for the collective. I was going to use, Spirit always kind of changes what's going on for me. I was going to use this Good Raphaelite deck today and use the Romance Angels card for a general energy. But then Spirit's like, no. Go get those, the angels. Go get the angels. So I'm just going to try to get a little bit of an energy going here. I'm not sure if it's Mercury, because of Mercury retrograde. Okay, yeah. Interesting. Okay, I'm not sure if it's because of Mercury retrograde or last night, it was a beautiful event, and I missed it because I was downstairs working, because I do work as a healer, as an intuitive healer. And but last night at dusk, apparently, and I guess you can see it here anyway, it was too cloudy, but it was a time of the year when the moon and the sun are very close together, and then Venus has been, if you look up at the sky even tonight, you'll see that Venus is very close. And it looks like they're kissing. And I've noticed it in my healing work that I do. I'm a medium as well, so I don't actively call out for spirits usually, but they often show up as part of the process of healing physical bodies. There are people who come with messages for the people that I'm working on. But in my shuffle, I got, and that's all I'm going to take from this deck, is I got Unity, with the Archangel Sandalphon. And it says, traditional viewpoints or methods, spiritual organizations seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So this is the Hierophant. Notice, I never really noticed this. I don't get this card pulled very much. But see, there's different religious symbols here. Okay, so Unity is the first card. And the next one is Awakening with the Archangel Gabriel. And it says to look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So, on the face of things, that's telling us, that's like two opposing ideals. This is such a beautiful deck. This happened the other day. Keeping in mind, it's Mercury retrograde, which is kind of messing with things. So on the one hand, it says, it's a card about traditional viewpoints or methods. And then the other card says, look at things from a different perspective. Then back to the Unity card, it says this is to do with spiritual organizations. And then Awakening is a temporary standstill. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. And then the other card says it's important to be yourself. Spirit says to not shuffle, to just... Okay. And then I get the 3 of Fire, which is a good card. Okay. I mean, at some point, it's like, you know what? I'm going to start over. I've never yet done that because I think it's inauthentic. But then, I mean, if that ever happens, it just means that you as a reader think, you know what? I didn't come at this prepared, right? So I need to put the cards back. I need to, you know, focus and center, have a drink of water, and really have a prayer. But Spirit said, no, this is it. Just wait and see. So, you know, if you look at this card, and this is the 3 of Wands that came out. The dragon, there's a dragon and a little girl. It's a very lovely picture. And they're looking out into everything. But the dragon and the angel here almost have the same pose. Contemplative. And this guy's unhappy. Now, we know from intuitive readers that you let Spirit tell you what the cards mean, not just read what the cards mean. And what this is saying to me is that you've been... Okay. So, I mean, what these decks already asked for was an overall sense of what's going on. And the sense of what I have going on for those of you who are watching is that you have maybe been involved, or your family has been involved in an institution, probably a religious institution, where there's a lot of rules. And they're not black... Or there's no gray area. This is good and this is bad. But increasingly, you're finding yourself questioning this. Especially, okay. But I just a reminder to anybody new, like I'm getting messages like all the time. And so it's like I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to Spirit. And Spirit just said, that you've been in this institution, in this religion, or held these beliefs very strongly. They've been part of who you are. But things have come into your life that have caused you to question rules, these rules. And this card has so many different religious symbols here. And Spirit has just said to me, belonging to any one of these religions means that you have intolerance for the others. So this is a man sitting here who has held a certain belief, and being led to believe, or led to understand that what he believes is the only truth. But now he is undergoing an awakening. Yes. Okay, he is undergoing awakening. And see these bubbles? Now, those are the different spirits coming in, showing him different ways of thinking, ways of doing. And he's, yes, right? And now he's looking at things from a different perspective. Okay. See, you know, 1 minute you think, no, that's not right. And then Spirit comes in and says, yeah, sister. So Spirit just says to me, he's like, remember who's running the show, right? Like, I'm just the medium, right? Okay, so Now you're looking at things from a different perspective. Suddenly, all the things that you believe to be true, which have maybe caused you to look at other people in a very judgmental or even mean way, suddenly that's not making sense to you anymore. This says a temporary standstill. So this means that you're being guided to take some time, to think your way through this and to explore what the Creator and what Spirit and what angels are bringing to you. You may come from a religious tradition where you don't believe such things are possible, right? Where you believe that you pray and you just do what's in the Bible, to have voices talking to you is evil, right? That's time to go to the psych ward. But now you're questioning that, because now it's like the veil's lifted and you're seeing everything from a different point of view. This happened even with myself. As my gifts started to increase, I would level up. I've been leveling up. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And then, it was time to come to tarot. And I'd always believed that tarot was evil. But then I went on to YouTube and started watching some of the tarot readers and thought, well, this isn't evil. There's nothing evil here. They're talking about spirit. They're not talking about cursing somebody, and here we are, right? So now Spirit says, who'd believe in dragons? But here we are. Here's the beauty of a dragon. So this Spirit just said to me, by expanding your point of view, all things are possible. 3 of Fire, abundance. Things look very good. Just have some patience at this time and start making long-term plans. Okay? Now, does that change my whole... No. Okay. I need to hydrate more. And I have a client coming pretty soon, so I need to get going here. So, keeping this in mind, I'm finding that my readings are not necessarily romantic readings. Okay. For the collective. I'm not going to take these. I just wanted to take a look and see if that's just an overall energy. If they're meant to come back out, they will. But we have the 2 of Cups, which is engagement, followed by the Chariot, which is fast-moving things, followed by the King of Wands, often called King Dangling, artistic energy, followed by a very pondering 5 of Cups. But there might be trouble. I see a storyline starting there. 10 of Pentacles, which we know is blessings. And the thoughtful Queen of Swords, often self-protective. I'm going to put those back. If they are meant to come out, they will. So what do we have for the collective? For Friday. Oh, and, right, it's leap year. It's Friday, the February the 29th. Happy birthday to any of you leap year babies. What's going on? What's going on in the collective? Okay, that's kind of exciting. I'd kind of forgotten about that. What's going on in the collective? Whoa. Okay. So we have a 10 of Cups. No, I'm sorry. Well, we do. We do have a 10 of Cups. But first we have the King of Cups. the Ten of Cups. I love Ten of Cups because Ten of Cups is full abundance. What else? What do we have going on for the... That one slid out, and I checked it, and then they said to take it. It is, I love this card. It's very beautiful. It actually took me a while to figure it out. This didn't come with a book for some reason. But this is the Knight of Swords. So fast moving. Now this card in the Knight of Swords has the balance. Okay. Ooh, that's interesting. That's setting up an interesting storyline. And on the bottom, oh, the Two of Pentacles, Judgment, oh man, there's a whole story right here. And Spirit's telling me to take them all. I'm just going to have to move these over. Okay. Holy man. Okay. Is that it? Is that like, that might be your whole reading. You know, maybe because we're in Mercury retrograde, and maybe because, okay. So we start off, we've got the King of Cups and the Ten of Cups, which is abundance. And that looks like, woo, good. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, then why do we have these oracle cards that Spirit had me go to my room and get, actually? I had to look for them and bring them back. Okay. And then we get these, right? So these top cards talk about questioning institutional expectations. Like, these are the expectations based on that you've been raised in this religion or in this social group or this whatever, right? But then to look at things from a different perspective for ultimate abundance. So we have a King of Cups and a Ten of Cups. The King of Cups is a card of a man who is abundant and generous and kind. But he does hold on to tradition. But he's often a mentor. I'm wondering if this is for if this is more geared toward the masculine energy. I think so. I mean, this applies to everybody, but honestly, this is reading as we have a good man here. That's a good man. And look at how he's sitting. He's the way he's sitting is relaxed, and yet he has the same look on his face. A little side eye going on there. It's this card. Because up to now he's had a Ten of Cups life. This is a lot like, you know, the reading yesterday, actually. But something has happened all of a sudden to change his point of view. And you know what? This is not your traditional Knight of Swords. That is an angel. And now you're balancing what you thought you knew with what you're actually coming to know. And you're worried about judgment. Oh, okay. I just got another. You're worried about judgment. There's a Queen of Pentacles. Now this Queen of Pentacles is often a woman. Is often a woman. Sometimes this can be a card for a karmic relationship. But she's looking slightly smug with that pentacle. And there's a rabbit there. And as soon as I saw that rabbit, the spirit said to me, scurrying away. Okay, so we have a good man, a king, who feels like he has abundant life, a 10 of cups life. That's family, kids, a wife, everything. But then something happens very suddenly and the scales of justice seem to tip. This doesn't seem to me necessarily like it's tipped for the king, but it's that he's observing things that don't seem right, that don't seem fair, that don't sit well with his inner compass, his inner guide. Because this is a good, I mean, that's a good man. Hi, there's my Axel Rosie. And so, no, actually we gotta go. So I'm thinking this woman might be part of the reason this guy's world is rocked. Axel Rosie. Sorry. Oh. Then we have a broken heart. This is Three of Swords. I forget, this is an actual painting of this is an actual pre-Raphaelite painting. I studied art history. This is an actual painting. You can look it up, but I forget who the artist is, so. So whoever this is who has the broken heart is being offered by an angel a lily, which is a symbol of the resurrection, and that dove is a symbol of the Holy Spirit. And that there's infighting. What a strange reading. And then we get the Emperor. Okay. We get the Emperor. Here's the King of the Kings. And the Two of Cups. Okay, so that's very interesting, right? Like, I'm just kind of trying to look. So, I mean, Spirit is having me say to you that you might be coming up in a time where you're questioning your traditional views. Everything you thought you knew, you're questioning. And you're looking at things from a different perspective. And increasingly, it's important to be yourself, even if that's not jiving with the people who've been in your life up to now. And if you can follow this dragon spirit, right? Like, a spirit just said you can become more than you believed possible. Because who believes in dragons, after all? If you can hear the door rattling, that is my other cat. She can open the door herself. So then we have this king. He's got the same look on his face as this archangel here. It looks like he's got everything he wants. This resonates a lot with the reading either from yesterday or the day before. But something's changed. All of a sudden, something's come to light. And now you're balancing everything you knew everything you thought you knew with everything you know now, or your perspective has changed. Spirit is talking to you, and things are coming out of the woodwork. I mean, this is like Judgment card. I mean, you might be afraid of judgment because you're questioning these things. But Spirit said to me, you're being guided by supernatural forces. It's this now. Okay, Spirit's like, duh. Okay, so you've been in a karmic relationship with a woman. And this has been, increasingly unhappy. And you're staying together to keep up the illusion of this. But you're not happy. And she's not happy. Although she's enjoying the coin. She's not going to be the one to leave. You know what? I'm just going to quickly get some... You know what? I've been more stumped on this than I've been for a while. The bottom of this deck just said children, so you might be staying together for the kids. You don't know what to do. Everything has changed for you. What I'm thinking is that she is unhappy too. And you both feel stuck together because of the kids. I'm just going to see if something pops out of here. I don't think I need to. I'm going to do 3 and see if anything comes here. But I think that... What's this? What's going on with this woman, Spirit? What's going on with this woman? She has romantic feelings. Is that for her or for her husband? Okay. Okay. Shazam. Okay. And on the bottom of this deck is the Empress. Because I couldn't figure it out what it was until I looked at the bottom of this deck. And there's the Empress. This is a good man. He's had everything perfect. Or it looks perfect, but something or someone has come into his life. And now he's battling. This is not the king's wife. This is the Queen of Pentacles. The rabbit is moving in the direction of the Queen. That is the Queen of Pentacles. She is sad and she's rubbing this pentacle. That's her pentacle. She doesn't need the king. He is the King of Cups, but she's pretty flush herself, but she's looking towards him. This is causing her an incredible amount of stress and heartache because she wants to do the right thing. Neither of you, this is you and a soulmate. This is you and a soulmate. I got this card yesterday, no, the day before yesterday too. This is you and a soulmate. You've met and you've fallen in love. Twin flame. Twin flames, here it said. You're worried about judgment. Oh, this is so complicated. There's infighting. I mean, all the fighting that goes with that. You haven't done anything yet, but people know that something's up. You're worried about your children from the Ten of Cups, but you have these romantic feelings because you've met your soulmate, and your soulmate, you either are a single parent here or you are married to a karmic. You are married to somebody, and that relationship, you're only staying together for the kids. And there's deception. And looking at the big picture. Because at the end of this, we have the Empress and the Emperor. We have the Emperor. Then we have the Two of Cups. And then we have the Empress from this other deck that came popping out. I'm going to go back to this deck. The bottom of that deck just showed me the moon. Out comes, quickly, I gotta, not too bad for time though. I don't want to rush you guys today. This is a weird situation. There's a couple of different scenarios here. This could be, no. I was going to say there's a couple of different scenarios here. This could be the king's wife and she has a broken heart and there's infighting because he's changed. And while that could be true, you're staying together for the children. While that could be true, I don't think that's true. I think the king's running along, singing a song, everything's fine, everything looks good. He's lost that loving feeling, but you know, that's what you expect because you've grown up in this institution. For better or worse, you stay together for the kids. But you guys are squabbling and unhappy. And there is a marriage card. You guys have been squabbling and unhappy. There's that Seven of Wands again poking out. That's a lot of cards. There's the Hierophant again. I'm not going to take them just because it's a big pile. Just to let you know that the Hierophant showed up again. Oh, frick's sakes. They really want to tell me a whole story here. Okay. Boy, there's a whole story here. You know, to be continued, I think, you know, as we progress with our readings. I'm going to end it here. What we've got is the Four of Wands. That's often a celebration, a marriage, yep, this is it. This girl, this chickie, you see her? And this chickie. They look the same. Okay. She's wanting this relationship very badly. She's single. This is a card of getting married or celebrations, often of getting married. Twin flames, that's 1111. See the twos on both sides? But the guy's not there, just this kid. He is coming. Just wait. But he's hesitant because he's questioning, like he's got to go through all this stuff. She's single, but her heart is broken because how can he won't leave his situation. But if he does, you know what? This isn't telling the future. So, and I always say, you can't tell the future. People have choices. This is very much telling me that this is an ongoing story. He has some big decisions to make. His whole world is being rocked by this woman. And he has kids. And the woman he's with, I think he married her out of obligation, out of tradition, out of, that's because that's what I needed to do. Oh, for my kingdom, right? We're twin flames, but you know what? We've got the start. We've got two new beginnings. We got an Ace of Wands and an Ace of Pentacles. So that's a beginning journey of prosperity, creativity, dreams. This woman again looks the same. The woman of Wands. I don't know if this is the two of you or if this is the king that he's going to start on the fool's journey. I mean, because he's got to toss everything to the wind and start over. Right? But this card, up here, it said, if you can do this, if you can question your traditional viewpoints and methods, look at things from a different perspective, absorb the temporary standstill while you wait for the creator. Spirit just said, in God's time. In God's time. She might be wanting to rush ahead a little bit. She's looking back over her shoulder like, where are you? Where have you been? That's a song. That's a country song. That's a really sad song. I'm going to look that up. Where have you been? I've been waiting. I'm going to look that up. That's a female country song. That's like from the 80s. In the end, like the person has Alzheimer's or whatever, but I'm thinking if you look up the lyrics, there might be some resonance for you. Where have you been? He's trying, he needs to do this leveling up for them to get together. He needs to level up to be an empress. And by doing so, he will bring her honor. Because right now, she looks like she's the other woman, even though they haven't done anything. They haven't. And if they have, it's been pretty minor, right? They've held themselves back from each other. But they have strong romantic feelings. They feel like a soulmate. Here's soulmate card. Soulmate card. Soulmate card. Soulmate card. Take the Fool's. This reading is encouraging the Fool's journey to get the world. Okay. I'm going to try not to edit my video so my hand looks like a giant hand tomorrow, or for today. So, happy February 29th. We're going into March. Spring is coming. Spring is a time of new beginnings. It's a time, the snow is melting. We're going to see everything from a new perspective. We're right now in this temporary standstill while we wait for winter as we wait for one season to transition into the next season. Don't push. Don't push. When I shuffle and I pray for the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. but you pray in your own way. We have a lot of friends, Muslim friends, a lot of Buddhist friends, a lot of First Nations traditional religion. There's the Ace of Wands again, Ace of Swords. And what you find is the more you find out about different religions and different belief systems, the more you find out about the human condition, because you see all the things. There's so many things more that are common between all of these. There's so much more that's common than what's different. Creator made us all. We're all the same. He didn't make some of us better than others, hey? And it's good to question, but do your research. There we are. I'm interested to see where this story is going. Interestingly enough, you know, I think this is the story for a lot of people right now. 2020. All right. Love you to pieces. Have a good February 29th. Happy leap year.